What is going on, guys? It is boy Fifakill, as you know, and today what I have for you is a little bit of a longer video. Actually, it's a super long video. Today it's like 20 minutes. I've done a couple of these before in the past because I have a lot to talk about, but today I have an absolutely crazy gameplay. As always, it's 194 kills, triple nuclear fail on the map Stronghold. I've had to redo this intro a ton of times because for some reason I keep thinking that Stronghold is Stonehaven. Anybody back from Go, shout out to you if you know what that map is. But yeah, I've been messing that up a few times. It's really getting on my nose, but we finally got through it. But anyway, I just want to run through a few things real quick before we get into the main topic of the video. As I said, 194 kills, so it is a 200 plus fail and a triple fail, I guess you could say, but I don't see it as a fail. That's still a nice gameplay. I did not want to upload Nuketown today just because the last video was Nuketown, and you know, Stonehaven, I haven't really uploaded it too much, but it's a very cool map, and a map that looks quite nice, plays quite nice, and maybe I can give you a few tips later on in the video. But it's not a triple fail in terms of maybe I went on 2 10 streaks and then died real close or something like that. I actually got one of the nuclears and then died on a minimum of a brutal, which is a 25 streak for those of you who didn't know, on both of the other streaks. So they were all quite high streaks. And it's, you know, so they're both quite high streaks, and it's a little bit unfortunate that I didn't get that and the 200 plus, but, you know, it's still a nice gameplay nonetheless. I probably would have had the 200, but as you'll see in the gameplay, I am playing with 6 people, and a couple of them dudes you'll see stole my kills. It was because this gameplay I actually got on stream the other day. I was picking up viewers. We were having a good time, but, you know, sometimes I can't communicate with them, obviously, because, you know, they're just people from the stream, and the stream does have a delay on it, so I can't really tell them not to go certain places, and, you know, they do steal a few kills. But, you know, obviously the team wasn't terrible because we managed to get it to go to overtime, and I got these gameplays, this gameplay in general. So, you know, thanks to those dudes for playing. It was a good time. That whole stream was just a good time. And yeah, I also want to say thank you really quickly for my last video. For those of you dudes who haven't seen it yet or don't know what it is, it was the How Old Are You video, where basically I asked how old you dudes were and what countries and stuff you guys were from, and I got the response that I wanted exactly. It is insane to see the variation in age and countries you dudes are from. There's people from all over the place. There's people from, like, my country, England, and my age, 14, all the way to people who are, like, I don't even know, just randomly pick a number like 20-something, living in Australia. It's just crazy. But as I predicted, there are a ton of you dudes from the Netherlands, which, I don't know, that's kind of random. I don't know why I have so many people from there, but obviously I appreciate you dudes being around, sticking around, and all of that stuff. But I got a crazy reaction to that video. You dudes all liked it. I got a load of tweets saying I liked it. A ton of you guys also went from the YouTube video into the stream, so I appreciate you guys going over there. If you did like it, then make sure to come back again. I always link my Twitch and Twitter in the description below, so if you want to go check those out. Twitter, basically, I just let you guys know what's going up with me all the time, and Twitch, obviously, that's just streaming, which is pretty much me going for the gameplays that go on my YouTube, or just hanging out and talking to you guys in the chat. It's like a more updated version of YouTube, I guess you could say, in terms of me talking to you guys in the comment section below. I try to reply to as many as possible and stuff like that. But what I wanted to talk about mainly in this gameplay was a few different things. One of them was playing in teams of people, and another one is maybe a few little tips and tricks here and there. I don't want to, it was kind of like a tips on how to get high kills, but, you know, I've already done a tips on how to get 100 plus gameplay, so it's not going to be that specific. Just a couple of tips I can give you here and there. Obviously, the main one being play uplink. Uplink is obviously the best thing you can play to get high kills, but I guess if you're a pub stomper, you know, it doesn't really, you don't have to pick a game type. 100 plus is possible in every game type, obviously, apart from team deathmatch and search and destroy, because you can't physically get above 100 kills. Obviously, that's impossible. But you know, obviously, that's not what I'm trying to say. In all the other game types, it is more than possible. You know, just. But uplink, I'd say, if you do want to get 100 plus, is probably the easiest way to do it. The spawns are quite static, not as much as they used to be, but they are pretty static, which basically, for those of you guys who don't know what that means, is that they don't flip. If you play something like Domination, for example, if your teammates all push into the enemy's home flag, say at C, then the enemies will flip over to the other side of the map and cap your home flag at A. That's basically how Domination works, and that's another tip I can give you, you know, if you are trying to keep the enemies in one half of the map, which is commonly known as like spawn trapping and stuff like that. That's a little bit less extreme. Spawn trapping's maybe when you're a little bit close to the spawn and you're kind of killing them just after they spawn. But you know, if you're trying to control the game a little bit better, that's basically how you do that. You don't want to push your whole team into the flag. Maybe have one guy go in, 2 at most, as long as you have people held back who can like kill them off the flip spawns, as they're known. But yeah, that's basically how you control Dom a bit better. But that's the basic idea of how spawns work in this game and every other Call of Duty game there's ever been. If there's a lot of people in one place, then the enemies are going to spawn somewhere else. So that's like the simplest way I can explain it to you. The same thing kind of happens with uplink. You'll see a few times in this gameplay where everyone on my team all rushes into one part of the map because that's where all the enemies are, and obviously everyone wants to get kills, and then the enemies will stop spawning there even though that was their home spawn, and they'll either flip to our spawn, which is crazy in uplink. I don't know why that happens, but it does stop people like me spawn trapping and stuff like that, and pretty much having a good time, you know, ruining our fun. Now, I'm just kidding. It's definitely good like that, because then people, you know, don't spend all day just getting destroyed. Otherwise, people would take way too much advantage of it, which is another thing I want to talk about in a second. But yeah, they'll flip to other places in the map, and then if you know where the flip spawns are, then it's fine, as you'll see I do. There's a couple times where they'll start moving over to the other side of the map, and I already know where they're going to be, and then I can just easily take them out. But yeah, uplink's definitely a good way of doing that and getting high kills, because you know what, the game lasts a lot longer. You can get an uplink game to go about 20 minutes. Domination you can also make last a long time, but domination spawns aren't as static, and it's so hard to get a domination game to go full way through, which ends up turning around about 16 minutes, I think. So even at its most, even at its longest possible, it's still not as long as uplink. And uplink's a lot easier to keep at that, getting to that 20-minute mark, even though there's a lot of gameplays where I've messed it up before. If you guys have watched some of the videos that I've had on other channels, you'll see the ones in Fultz's videos and Connor's videos and stuff like that, where, you know, the enemy has capped the ball in the last round and it's just ended like that, but I get to my target score before that. And yes, that does happen, but it's a lot easier than in a domination game. For example, you know, your teammates push up and cap if you don't have like a full team of 6, which I usually don't. I usually play in a 2-man or even solo or in a 3 at the very most usually, unless I pick people up and we play in 6-mans. I don't like to do that as often though, especially not in gameplays for my channel, but you know, that just, stuff like that happens. And also that's another reason for me uploading this gameplay. People are constantly asking me to upload my highest kill gameplays. Obviously I don't want to re-upload something that's already been somewhere else. For example, my 269 kills and stuff. People always ask to see that, but the full gameplay's already been on Superior's channel. It's been cut up on the Doom channel and Fultz's channel, I believe, so I didn't want to upload that, and this is just another high kill gameplay that I haven't shown yet. I'm showing it in completely full, which is why the video is going to be 20 minutes long, because there's some stuff I want to talk about, which I'm going through now, and also because, you know, I had a load of time with this gameplay, because everybody always wants to see the full gameplay. When I look at the comments of those videos, they're always like, oh, don't cut it up, I want to see the full thing, which I think Superior does. And also, those gameplays have been on Nuketown. This is like my first, or my second even, close to 200 plus gameplay on a map there's a Nuketown. My other one was on Fringe, but that got uploaded because I got 250k plus XP, which was insane. I might make a whole video dedicated to how to get XP in the future, because I have been known to level up an absolute ton. And also double XP this weekend. I want to know what you guys are going to do. Are we going to be grinding out this weekend? I know I'm going to be playing quite a lot, leveling up. I'm not sure exactly what's going on with that. I'm helping folks level up his account, which is why a load of the gameplays on my channel recently have been on his account, if you were wondering. But basically, Shelby reset his stats, and I'm just helping him level back up so that we can do this cool video idea for a world record. As some of you dudes who will know, that's what I've been doing on stream lately as well, just going for high kills and leveling up as fast as possible. I do go through a few tips on there. People are constantly asking me how to level up on the stream, obviously, because, you know, I'm leveling up really quick and they want to know how to do it. So another reason just to drop by and chill. But yeah, so double XP this weekend. I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a great time. The DLCs and everything is getting announced. I'm probably going to run through that a little bit in my next video when I go through some of the stuff I want to announce about my channel that I'm really hyped for, and I hope you guys are too. I just can't wait to hear you dudes' reaction to it. Yesterday was a little bit of an introduction into how it's going to be, but not fully. And you know, yesterday's video went absolutely crazy. It was like the fastest viewers gone up I've ever seen. It was just crazy. I appreciate you guys so much. But yeah, so I just want to give you guys some more tips and stuff like that throughout my videos, because people are always asking me how I do stuff. So, you know, I try to answer them throughout videos, but I'm probably going to start making maybe some videos dedicated completely to that, so you know exactly what to look up and where to look for it. Maybe put them into a category of like tips and tricks, like a playlist on my channel, so that if you do want help with something specific, I'll like make a video dedicated to whatever you guys want me to do, and I'll make a video on each one just to go through and help you guys out more, because that's obviously what I did when I was trying to get better better. This is something I tell people all the time. One of the absolute best ways to get better, apart from just practice, is to watch people who are already quite good at the game. That's what I did when I started playing. I would watch YouTubers who were pretty good at the game, and I just, not actually physically take notes, but I just look at what they were doing and try and get better and copy some of the ways that they played. For example, I'd say one of the biggest things I learned is to, you know, not make it a fair fight. If I can make it so that I'm more likely to win a gunfight, for example, head glitching, then I'm going to do that. Like, hide my head, so, or just have my head poking out so that it's much harder for him to kill me, much lower percentage of my body showing than his body. That's one of the main things I learned. And no one ever said that in a video. That just kind of happened, and I just picked it up and applied it to myself as a player, and you know, just things like that. So from watching my videos, you can go through and you can take tips just from seeing what I do as a player, because not everything I do I know what I'm doing. Some things are just natural habit that I picked up from watching videos, things I picked up subconsciously and just subconsciously again added them to my playstyle, and I don't know that I'm doing it just because I'm so used to doing it that maybe you can analyze and pick out and take from my gameplay and then try and, you know, insert it into yours, and we can all help each other get better as players. And then if you know anything, maybe you can also help me get better as a player as well. If you know something I don't, then you could help me out with that as well. Yeah, that was just something I was thinking about doing. Another thing that's also good for getting 100 plus is, I know I'm jumping topic to topic right now, but you know, it's a longer video, there's a lot I want to cover, and I still got loads of time left, so we should be good. But another thing for getting high kill gameplays is obviously having a full team. If you have a full team of dudes controlling the game, keeping it going as long as possible, it's obviously going to be a lot easier to get higher kills. And higher kills is something I get lost about a lot, because obviously I prefer higher kill gameplays. That's what I specialize in as opposed to nuclears. I've been getting quite a few fast nuclears lately, but you know, that's something I've been doing. High kill gameplays, I do that a lot. So yeah, I wanted to give tips on that specifically. Something else I said I would cover real quick is the Nuketown thing. Nuketown spawn trapping. That has recently been discovered, how you can, or not spawn trapping rather, that's a little bit dimmed down from what it truly is. It's more spawn killing. Which basically on Nuketown is you have people stand in certain places and the enemies will spawn right in front of you. Some of you guys may have seen this if you follow some of the other guys in Doom's channels on YouTube or watch some of our Twitches. I don't personally do it, I haven't done it yet, but basically what happens is an enemy will spawn directly in front of you. It doesn't matter if you're standing next to that spawn point, and they'll spawn there anyway, and you kill them the second they spawn. People are getting absolutely crazy gameplays, like 400 pluses and stuff. But you know, they're killing people the second they spawn, they have no time to react. And that's just one of the things you can do with a 6-man team, especially on a small map like Nuketown. And also, it is best to do on uplink just because of the static spawns, where they spawn, and just things like that. You know, an uplink can go 20 minutes as well, so that's one of the best things you can do. Maybe if you guys really want me to, I will upload a spawn killing, or whatever you want to call it, really high kill. I want to go for a minimum of 300 to 400 kills on that, or like a super quick nuke. It will be kind of weird, but just to give you guys an idea of what that looks like. People have been getting crazy gameplays and stuff like that. I could probably break my fastest nuclear easy, because you know, you're pretty much killing people the second they enter the world, and also easily break my highest kills record, which is currently 269, even though I was playing in a 2-man and the last round only went like 2 seconds, so I didn't get my full 5 minutes, which did kind of suck, but you know, that's whatever. I'm still happy with the amount of kills I came out with. Probably could have had somewhere around 350 that game, but you know, not everything works out perfectly, especially not when you're playing in a 2-man. 6-mans, like I said, are the best way to go with that, because they can control the game a lot better, control the spawns a lot better, and make it easier for you as a player to do well. But yeah, if you do want to see me do a Nuketown video like that, maybe even give you like a guide video on how to do it if you're into that kind of stuff, then I will make a video on that. I will let you know how to do that, because obviously I know a load of dudes in the Doom have people that teach them how to do it, and have teams of people who can do it whenever, and I'll just get one of those teams together and we can do that. If that is something you want to see, I'm quite opposed to the idea. I don't like the idea of killing people the second they spawn and then calling it a gameplay, but you know, each to their own. If you enjoy watching that, then you know, that's you. And I know I'm always saying I'm into high kills and stuff, but I like seeing people jump around the map, not really like standing in one shot holding a fire bomb. But if that is something you guys want to see, is maybe like a one-off, just one video, I probably won't ever do it again, maybe in the next COD, but probably never again in this COD, then just to see what is possible with something crazy like that, then do let me know. If not, I'm not worried about it, 'cause I don't know, it's just not something I enjoy doing either. It's like hardcore gameplays. you can get crazy stuff on hardcore, like you've seen from my channel in the past few days. You know, I did have a little spree where I went through and played hardcore because everybody wanted me to do it, and it was something that got requested a lot on Twitch, Twitter, and YouTube, so, you know, I thought I'd go through and do that. But hardcore is not something I necessarily enjoy doing. I don't enjoy hardcore as much, even though the gameplays you can get are maybe a little bit more crazy. And I think that you guys also prefer my core gameplays than my hardcore gameplays. I find it the same with spawn killing and stuff. I don't enjoy it personally, even though it can have the potential to give you much crazier gameplays than core can, but there's a lot less activity in it, and the way it's played, I don't know, I just don't enjoy it as much. But yeah, that's that. Hopefully you guys didn't find the tips that I'm giving you in this video useful. As always, you know, I'm going to start dedicating videos to do tips and tricks that will help you out a lot more, because even though I make videos with these tips in it, people are forever asking me, oh, where should I find that? Even though they watch the video, maybe they just don't watch to a certain point, because a lot of the time with YouTube videos, people don't always watch the whole way through, especially with a longer video that's dedicated to tips and tricks, you know. For example, that 100+ video I made, it was about 15 minutes long. It was like a few weeks ago, and people say, oh yeah, I watched the video, but not everybody always watches the whole way through, because that's a long amount of time to commit to just listening to someone tell you how to do something. So maybe slightly more concise tips and tricks videos, or even I throw in tips while I'm doing commentaries that I've just come up with randomly and think, oh, I could tell you guys about that right now, and it'll be somewhere later in the commentary, and the video won't be dedicated to that, so maybe people will watch the beginning of the video like they usually do, and then click away somewhere towards the end, and they'll have no idea the tip was there, and I'll be like, yo, go back and watch it, it's in that video, and they're like, oh, I thought I seen it. So yeah, that whole tips and tricks thing might be a lot more beneficial, and then you do know that the tips you're looking for are gonna be there, which is one of the main reasons for that. Because there'll be tips that I've given in the later part of this video that people haven't heard from the beginning, and that's basically why I want to do that. Also, I might start making more varied class setups. Like, I always throw in the class setup wall as many times as I can. Throw in the class setups I'm using through in my videos, throughout my gameplays, at the end of a video, and obviously people don't always watch to the end. And also my class setups right now are very, very similar. I don't really change any of the perks, just the guns. So I'm gonna start playing with different perk setups and making some cooler classes that I can get you guys to try out. And see how they go. Maybe even like make some random classes with stuff that looks like it would do good by reading the descriptions of what the perks and everything does, showing you dudes the classes, telling you guys to go use it, and then giving me feedback on how you did with that stuff, and then maybe I can try out the gun, or maybe I try out and then you tell me what you guys think. But I do know the classes I've been giving out lately, people that have been tweeting me and telling me, you know, these classes working out really good, my gameplay's improved from some of your tips, so I'm glad that I can help you dudes out. But that's something cool I was thinking about doing also, maybe switching up my classes, because right now I only use the same perks on everything, because that's usually what I do in a Call of Duty game. You know, the game comes out, I use the same perks from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, because I found something that works for me, and I just use it. Whether those perks actually help, because in Ghost I found out the perks I was using didn't benefit me at all. I just had them on and never changed them. But they didn't actually benefit me in any way, shape, or form, because I didn't get a headset until halfway through Ghost, and when I did get it, I wasn't even using perks that helped my headset. I was using stuff that, you know, made me switch to my secondary faster, and I didn't even use a secondary, you know? It's just stuff that I stuck with because I was doing well, I didn't want to change anything, and just stuck with it. So I might want to go through and actually use some perks that would benefit me as a player, and then show you guys some classes and hopefully help you out with that. Anyway, we're coming up to the end of this commentary. I didn't want to do the full 20 minutes because that'd be way too long to talk. I'm kind of dying already, 18 minutes in. That's kind of where I wanted to round it off. I've given all the tips I want to give. Hopefully you did find them useful. Hopefully you found the gameplay interesting. If you did, drop a like on the video. If you're new, subscribe. Coming in on 31k subscribers, so I appreciate you guys so much for that. Just hit 22k on Twitch, and we passed 10k on Twitter, so you guys are going crazy. I appreciate you all so much. If you do want to check out my Twitter or Twitch, again, I will link the channels in the description of the video. If you want to see anything from my channel in the future, let me know in the comment section below, and anything you want to tell me to try out and maybe do in the future, just let me know in the comments. Also, if you do want to check out my last video, I'll link that in the description as well. It was the how old do you think, you know, just let me know a little bit more about yourself so we can get a little bit closer. Anyway, I'm gonna go now, do some more stuff. Appreciate you guys watching the video. If you did enjoy it, like I said, drop a like, and I'll see you next time.